So, yeah, I came back from work to record Shiki, and guess what was the reason the live stream yesterday got copyright claimed? It was Shiki. I find that ironic, but I do have to get to the recording because I do want to stream today at the set time. So let's get started because I've already flubbed like 3 recordings of this already. Shiki, I got a chance to have personal experience using her at like higher copies, and I can firmly say you should not have problems returning the 90++ node with Bart for storm pods. If you use Shiki, you pick Castoria off your support list, and you just have any other art support, like any of them besides like probably Paracelsus and Asclepius, because they're not really providing like damage. Like any other art support that will provide damage, and Shiki is 3-turning. For me, a welfare that's able to do this, awesome. Rider Kintoki, very, very similar. He does the same type of shit to Rider Liz, but I would definitely say Shiki is way more consistent about this than Kintoki. And that's just how it is. Arts versus Quick. Arts a lot more consistent while Quick has the carding problem. Shiki definitely still has the carding problem, but because she's Arts, it's way less of an issue. Also, with her most recent buff, you can definitely run Shiki with the Arts crit supports instead of just like normal Arts looping supports, which, I mean, makes sense. She's single target. She's supposed to be critting. She's not just clearing waves. You're supposed to actually be fighting who you're fighting. I do prefer Shiki versus Li Xuan. And just like I did in my original Xenovia video like years ago, I'm gonna be going back and forth between Li Xuan just to have like a comparison to what a 5-star version of her kinda looks like. It's not exact, but their function is pretty similar. So let's get started. Shiki, base attack below 9k for a 4-star. It's not where we want, but at the same time, Shiki is one of the first welfares, and I don't know if you checked, but the first 6 welfares were not that good at release. Shiki is probably the one that stands out the most for not needing multiple buffs to actually be functional. I don't even think this one even got a buff yet. That's fucking telling. They haven't even tried. But after Kintoki, welfares start getting a lot better. So Shiki, I'm willing to give her the pass on this. If you want to give her grails, just know if you have Li Xuan, you shouldn't be trying to make Shiki just a 4-star Li Xuan. Just because that level of investment, probably not worth it. Like, considering that NP5 for Shiki is equal to NP1 for these units and NP2 for these. So if you already have Jack, MHX, Li Xuan, ramps, if you have them NP1 or NP2, I say don't grail. Don't worry about grailing Shiki. Just let Shiki do Shiki things. Like, especially because Li Xuan, his base attack is already at the average point for a 5-star. Like, he's not that far off the midpoint. So, and Shiki at level 120 is him at level 100. Barely higher. Use 5 grails to get him to that point. Use 17 to get Shiki at that point. Yeah. Like, I might like her kit better. At least Xuan is he at least has a solid baseline. Star weight, Sergeant. These are normal assassin numbers. MP charge 0.8%. And you know, hit counts, they're pretty fucking similar to Li Shuwen. Actually, they are exactly the same. Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Okay. I actually did forget about, because I recently talked about Li Shuwen. It wasn't the hit counts I was saying, like, I liked Shiki better for, because they have literally the exact same hit counts. It's the cards that are different. Li Shuwen has double buster. So as an assassin, he only has one quick card. That's a huge problem, considering his #1 problem is getting his MP back. Li Shuwen only has 3 cards that can do it. And these definitely are not gonna, these are no Shisho buster cards. These are not genning anything for him. Shiki has 2 arts cards and 2 quick cards. Arts MP and double quick, she's gonna refund a good amount. Arts MP and double arts, she's 100% refunding her MP. You're not gonna have as many problems getting back to MP again with Shiki that you would with Li Shuwen. That's just a preference thing. If you're able to brute force Li Shuwen, go for Li Shuwen, but if you're using a welfare as your like main single target, you don't have anyone better, you probably don't have like the kind of setup to even do a Li Shuwen. So it is helpful that Shiki is way more user friendly. Way more. Alright, first skill. Ignores invul for 1 turn. Arts up 1 turn, 50%. And reduces insta-kill res by 100% for 1 turn. Does this guarantee you're gonna insta-kill? No. Insta-kill calcs are very weird. They don't work the way you'd think they are, and incoming insta-kill, meaning this enemy NPC doing insta-kill, has different calculations than you doing insta-kill. I have been insta-killed by like enemies like multiple times. I've maybe insta-killed once during a challenge quest. Once, and I died laughing because of how unlikely it is to ever happen again. We go to Li Shuwen. He has the ignore invul. He does not have the arts up. And he has the insta-kill on his MP. He can't increase the insta-kill chance. And we'll get to more comparisons in a little bit. But for insta-kill memes, Shiki should, lore accurate wise, if you like know Kara no Kyokai or Tsukihime, you should know how OP these eyes are. It should make sense that Shiki should be able to one-shot people easier than Li Shuwen, despite Li Shuwen being the GOAT. Second skill is what got buffed, and this is her advantage over Li Shuwen in terms of more staying power, and why you would run her more with arts crit servants. 1 turn evasion, 3 turns of 40% crit damage. Awesome. They buffed it, and now you get 40 stars. 40 stars on an arts crit assassin. Like, art servants are infamous for not being able to gen their own stars, not having like the stars when you need it. An arts assassin that has double quick cards with this many stars, you should be pretty good on critting for like 2 turns, because the turn you pop this, you're getting crits with your other cards and you're genning more stars, or you're getting crits with those stars, and those crits are going to help you get even more stars. Is this the buff I would even have been expecting on her? No. And honestly, I'm happy they do it. They did it. Letting single target servants have more crit focus, always a plus. They're the ones that actually need the crit damage. And 40 stars is really just overkill. Like, especially with Mighty Chains now, 40 stars, and unless one card did not get any stars whatsoever, if you do a Mighty Chain, that should guarantee you crit on all the cards. Now, granted, you probably don't have you might not have all the cards for a Mighty Chain. They might not all be for the servant you want. But if you have the option, I say go for it. And you'll get some real good return for an investment. Third skill, opposite of the Void Shiki skill. So Void Shiki, it was sacrifice gauge for HP. This one is sacrifice HP for gauge, but Void Shiki also has a battery on that now. So, but that Shiki is basically God. Don't worry about it. 30% battery on a welfare. Awesome. Especially now we have serving coins. That is what's going to help you like really open up Shiki's possibilities, because now you can really start from 0. Before, you would have to go to like some absurd grail number or bond number, like bond I think like 12 or 13, like something really stupid that most people aren't going for unless they've had Shiki for like years. And like basically going there, appends, you have them now. Def mana loading first, then extra attack, then worry about Avengers. This is like cool to have, but not something you need. Passive skills, Star Gen with Presence Concealment. It's a low number, but at least she has it. And then 10% crit damage. She has 50% crit damage in her kit as a welfare. Like, keep that in mind. She has a 50% card buff, a 50% crit damage, and a 30% battery. You're telling me this is like a year 1 welfare? Like, she might not have all the bells and whistles of a modern servant, but she has definitely have the bare bones of it at least. Like, especially with this buff, I don't maybe change this, but like I don't think Shiki needs a buff that much anymore. Like, I think this one was just to throw her a break, because the last buff she got, no one was able to even do it unless they played through the original event. Her MP had been buffed a long time ago, but like I just said, they did not run a rerun for her. So they buffed the welfare, but didn't let people have the welfare. Yeah, that definite mixed feelings on that. Ignores defense always, and has always done that. But the buff lets you have defense down, and you can ramp that up. It's after damage, but at least she has this. And that does mean every successive NP, you do more and more damage. Something that would not show on a sheet like this. Every turn, she is going to do more and more damage. Li Shuan has something very similar, but unlike her, his activates before damage, but they're both 20%. Insta-kill is on the overcharge, and right here it gives you a note of how insta-kill works. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but here's the biggest but. They retroactively changed her overcharge effect, because before this would happen before damage, like you would insta-kill. And just putting the note here, it was bugged, not intentional. They fixed this right before Shiki got her buff too. Shisho also was affected by this. Both the coups, I think, were affected by it too, where the insta-kill would happen first, then you'd get the, and if you get insta-kill first, you don't get any refund. For buster servants, doesn't matter. Quick servants matters not nearly as much. Art servants, this fucks them over. If they have insta-kill first, they are not looping. They are not consistent. They are scorned and laughed at. Void Shiki and Iris. Oh, and Summer Needlecris. All three of them held back from being loopers because they insta-killed first. Void Shiki, I know for a fact, is Black Rail looping now. Damn shame for a recent Needlecris. I don't think they got changed. Damn shame. She needs bones to level. And gears. And blood babies. Good fucking luck having these mats on hand. Because so many servants need these. She is year 1 at its finest. You're gonna need a lot of these. Pens. Easier just because you don't... Sorry. You don't need as many. Bonsi. Insta-kill success rate up 30% while she's on the field. This is actually something. Gonna keep bringing it up, but if they make Bond CEs like a passive, you can run Bond CE in another CE. If they reduce the cost on it, something. This is gonna be very useful for 90++ farming. Because it means you can take advantage of like insta-kill memes and have Shiki one-shot like stupidly high trash mobs. Bringing this up because it happened in the Takasugi challenge quest or 90++, where you had like one enemy that was like, it had so much at HP, like the boss servant had like half of its HP. That's how important insta-kill can be. Because if you have such a high HP mob, your refund is not going to be good. You're going to have to already plan around it. Having a single target nuke, like through insta-kills to always guarantee you kill that thing, just saves you a whole lot of time. It saves you relying on carding, especially because an enemy like that probably is a berserker. If they're going to have like a giant HP enemy that is able to be insta-killed, it's probably going to be a berserker. Is Shiki someone you need to level? Yes. I think if you don't have any other single target assassins, Shiki is definitely someone you're going to be using a lot. Is she outclassing any of these units? Would I use Shiki over Kama? Fuck no. But you use Kama for a very different reason than you would Li Shuin. Kama, you're charm locking. Jack, you bring to fight females. Li Shuin, you bring to punch the shit out of people. You be bringing Shiki to the same things you be bringing Li Shuin to. Overall, this is just a solid welfare, and I'm very happy that FGO is like giving people these servants that they've needed. Like people have needed like this evocation is just filling out people's boxes. You have like, and since you have these roles, you won't feel as pressured to roll for these servants that you quote unquote need. Like, you know, you're going to be fighting like a stupid hard rider boss. You could either A, level the welfare that you can just get through playing the game, or start saving up quartz and hope you get lucky on a banner that has a single target assassin, which, spoiler alert, doesn't happen that often, and all of them are not exactly top of their class all the time and have needed a lot of work to get to where they are now. All of these assassins have had their MPs buffed. They are not there because they're not there because they were there from the start. They all have their MP buffs if they're up here. MP1 equals MP2. Shiki has the buffed MP. He's with them on this scaling. If you want to summon for higher priority servants, like say Castoria, who's out on JP right now, I would be saving my quartz for servants like her instead of like MHX, who she's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she's bad, but I'm sure you're going to be using Castoria more than you're going to be using MHX. All right, that's it from me. it is time to stream. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.